There is obviously some premium items in Rulebreakers Team Number 1 that are costing a hell of a lot of coins. Dembele over a mil, Haaland currently just under a mil, and there's also players like Trent who's 300, Diaby 140, but we've also got this Onyeka who is currently coming in at 130,000 coins approximately on both consoles, and I've just been booted off Ultimate Team. If you need some coins to improve your team, look no further than IG Vault for the cheapest coins on the market, and don't forget to use the code Kieron to get yourself a discount at the checkout. There's a chance to win some free coins just by clicking the link in the description too. We are back. As we were saying, we have picked up Onyeka for today's video. I just think his card looks good. Now, I don't expect him to stay at the price he's currently at just because he's going to be packed a lot with him being 84 rated, but he looks like he could be a really, really good Premier League CDM. Now, it's a bit annoying they released this card like the day after they give us a Kante SBC, and a lot of us have put our coins into him, but the card looks good, so I'm looking forward to giving it a go today just to see how it compares to some other Premier League defensive options. The passing doesn't look too crazy, but it also doesn't look as bad as the card stats suggest when you look at the in-game stats. So it's pretty obvious to see what team we are going to be using him in. We are in fact going to play 4-2-3-1 in-game just because that's my go-to formation. He's going to play in the right CDM role, obviously next to that flashback Kante, and that way, by using them together, I can also compare the two. So we'll see how these two get on as a defensive duo. Now, in comparison to his non-inform, he's obviously been downgraded in pace, but he's been given a very good boost in passing. That is a +9, a monster boost in defending, that is a +11, very good dribbling boost as well, a +8, and obviously +8 in shooting and +5 in physical too. So all in all, like, even though he's lost 5 pace, the card is obviously massively improved, and it really does look like a top option for CDMs in Premier League sides right now. So currently the most popular chem style on FUTBin is the Shadow one, and as you can see why. It just gives him premium pace and it makes his defensive stats incredibly good, so that is awesome. And to be honest, his physicals are already quite impressive, so that probably is a very good option for him. Also, just worth knowing, centre back, is he a viable centre-back option as well, because he stands at 6 foot, so he's pretty tall, so maybe we'll give him a go in that CB role. Alternatively, what chem style would you want to put on this guy? Something like a Catalyst wouldn't be a bad option, I guess, if you wanted the passing boost, but I think we're going to go for Shadow. I think we're going to use him as an out-and-out DM, and hopefully he's going to do a terrific job in that role. If you would use something different, let me know what that would be in the comments down below. Okay, on debut, an interesting test is going to come as he is up against Gary Lineker. Do not see too many icons in teams in general this year, so yeah, there's that. Bit of space now to distribute, gets it out wide to Mana, and he'll collect nicely. Here's a chance. Big open space for Ronaldo, who's going to crack it after volleying it. Nice. Good tackle there. And now because of that tackle, Ronaldo has a chance. Wins the header. Oh, I've put it wide. Here's a chance. Bit of space there for the winger. Nice. Good pick up. We read that one a mile away. Okay, so half-time in this one. Onyeka has had an alright debut so far. Won't lie, hasn't been too busy, hasn't been fully tested just yet. And that's because my opponent's literally tacking down the other side. So hopefully that changes in the second half and we get him tested a bit more. And if he just keeps attacking down one side, I'll obviously just switch him in game. Not quite where I want Onyeka, but he's actually done an alright job. Oh, he's offside. Oh, that's such a shame. That's such a shame. Nope, not letting him cut back flat finesse shot. Onyeka straight on him. And we actually just had a 2-1 rage quit. That was really odd. But it is what it is. We will take the victory. No complaints there at all. I thought the man on debut did an alright job. As I say, I wasn't particularly blown away by him. But he's in a role where he's going to have to do an incredible amount to be, you know, put in like a 10 out of 10 performance. But he did good. Like, defensively, he felt pretty solid. Made some good intercepts. Just on the ball, I will say, doesn't quite feel 90 agility. Which doesn't actually surprise me because obviously he's quite a tall player. But yeah, so far so good. Let's see how he gets on in the next outing. Why is the timer stopped? Can we get into a game, please? Oh, thank you. I guess we can. Here we go then. We are up against a record breaker in Archie Williams and a very good defence as well. Win that. Love to see a chance for Ronaldo. Because of that, oh, I should have timed it a little bit better, and that's in. Kante with the tackle. Onyeka with the break. Tries to skip around his man and just gets wiped out for his troubles. Ooh, bit of lag, not a fan of that. Let's switch play here, or let's try to, but Llorente closes us down, but we then nab the ball straight back. Whoa, that was horrible lag. Do not blame the player at all for that. That felt horrible, and I think you all saw that as well. Oh my word. What a game. Well, we just got ourselves a 2-0 rage quit because of that. That was insane. I don't blame him for quitting. That was... yeah, that was that. That was FIFA 22. Here we go then. We finally get into another outing. It's taken ages to get games tonight, which is very odd. Full Bundesliga side. Nice. Nice positioning there. Just to pick the ball up nicely on the edge of the box. Let's switch play here. Mane's in a bit of open space. Love that through ball. And Stroko puts it through. Onyeka has now got a chance. Delivers it into the box for Ronaldo, who opens the scoring in this game. Love to see that. Finally. Well. 1-0 at the break. Pretty tight game. Good opposition. And, yeah, proven to be a tough task. But we are leading at half-time. Here's an interesting opportunity. Because we've got him in the box. Oh, the touch was just way too heavy. And we just couldn't dribble through. What a bit of vision. Oh, it was actually a really nice through ball. Shame we couldn't make more of that. Okay, so we get ourselves a third goal and we force another rage quit. Very, very good performance by the midfield in general in that game. And you can see that from the match ratings. Like the full midfield getting really, really positive match ratings. They worked really well as a team and got the job done very nicely. I actually thought Onyeka was superb in that match, made plenty of tackles, some good intercepts as well, and helped us really turn defence into attack, which is ultimately what I want from a player like that. Okay then, a few games out the way with Onyeka. We had quite a few rage quits, so we got through a few games pretty quickly, but I enjoyed using the guy. He was a very, very good defensive midfield option. Now, there are definitely limitations with this card, and there are some things which do hold him back, in my opinion, but for the most part, it is a good card, and definitely one worth trying, so that is something to consider. I'll say straight away, if you're looking for just a Premier League DM, one single one, you go with Kante. He is the better option. I'm fully aware he is much more expensive, being currently 400k, but he is just, he's unreal. He really, really is good this year. But if you want the premium option, you're going to have to pay premium prices. But still, this is not a bad plan B for Premier League defensive mids. He was very, very good for me. I liked his pace. You'll notice I ended up using the Anchor Chem style. I just didn't have a shadow in the club, so I ended up going with Anchor. And to be honest, his pace still felt very good, so I'm happy with that. So very happy with the pace. Physically, also more the same. He did feel strong in the attack, and he obviously got challenges done, which was great. Yeah, felt aggressive, and because he's quite tall, he was just able to, you know, reach out and overpower some players and just nab the ball off them, which was obviously great. And defensively, a bit more of the same, to be honest. Strong in the tackle, and I made plenty of intercepts too, which was obviously very good to see from a defensive player. Now, obviously, he does have some very good dribbling stats, but I've got to be honest, didn't really feel that in game. His dribbling isn't terrible by any means, but I just didn't feel like the guy felt as agile as obviously 90 agility does indeed suggest. So just something to consider there if you're thinking about going on runs with this guy. I'll say his dribbling's good for a defensive mid, and especially one that is tall as this guy, but he's definitely not a player that you're going to want to use any further up the field than a defensive mid role. Could he do a job at centre mid? Sure, but is that your best option? No, there are many better available. Passing now, what did we make of that? Good, but not great. There are definitely some inconsistencies in his passing, but for the most part, I feel like it's good enough for this stage of the game, but I feel like that passing will get outdated rather quickly, and passing is just so strange this year. Like passing, no, it's not strange. Passing's horrible this year. You can very easily misplace a short pass with anyone this year. So yeah, good passing stats are pretty key. But as I say, these guys' passing stats, in my opinion, are good enough for this very stage. And then finally, let's talk about how he is positionally. Good for the most part. For someone with high work rates, I felt like he did a good job. Yeah, he did join in with attacks now and then, but I didn't mind that too much with Kante being there to cover. Maybe if you want him as, you know, just your only DM, like your sitting DM, make sure you put instructions on him because, as I say, he will join attacks. But when defending, he does position himself rather well. And you saw that in the footage regularly, nabbing the ball just on the edge of the box for an intercept, which was great. So all in all, it's a good card. It is a very good card. And in terms of like Premier League CDM options, he's definitely up there. Is he better than Kante? No, he's not. But to be honest, Kante is the best CDM in the game minus icons, so that's not a surprise to anyone. But to be honest, probably the second. Let's have a look. I'm just seeing if there's no one that I haven't forgot. No, I haven't forgotten anyone. He is the second best Premier League CDM option. So if you can't afford Kante, it's definitely a card worth considering. I wouldn't buy him right now. I suspect his price will drop later in the week when he gets packed a lot more, especially with him being 84 rated. So potentially a card to keep an eye on. As I say, very good CDM option, but Kante is definitely the better choice if you just need one. But if you're a Brentford fan, get this card in your club, give it a go, and see how you get on. Anyway, guys, that is it for my 84 rated Onyeka review. Hopefully I've been saying his name correctly. In the middle of the screen right now is all my player reviews. On the right, you can check out some player rankings, and on the left, you can see who is in the next team of the week. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.